official but not illegal system of selling goods. Not illegal.
Rolex single red sub Tiffany dial, a rare and beautiful vintage timepiece, a unicorn if you will. My goal is to sell this watch in the next 15 hours. Let's begin. Guys, before we go further in this video, do me a favor, hit all the buttons, the subscribe, the bell, the notification, the like button, all those things that'll help me grow. And also comment below and let me know, would you rather have this vintage Tiffany sub or modern Rolex? I got 15 hours to sell this Tiffany Submariner single red. So let's go.
I don't know, I'm gonna think about it.
Don't think long, bro. I have 15 people that asked me for that watch.
In today's times, I bet you there's not 50 of them in the world.
How about,
Maybe
so it's not just about how many they made, it's also about, is there another one out there for sale?
Well,
right now.
But is there another one of this quality? The dial's fabulous. Try to think about it.
No problem. Want me to put it on hold? I'll put it on my wrist. All right, don't underestimate. I got this. Jacob, come over. I got a watch for you. For you, 58.
All right, let me look at it.
Got it. Have a good feeling about this. Got 15 hours. I got this. First sale of the day. Ashland Overseas. I think I undersold it by about $5 grand, but that's okay. You don't go broke for making a small profit.
Complete. It's 18.5. I'll take that.
21?
I think that's what you said.
That's what I wrote down.
Whatever you wrote down, that's it.
68.5.
68.5. And was that including this guy or not?
Plus 25,000 for the sky, you'd be at 93.5.
93. Let me pass on this guy for now.
Fair enough.
How about this day just right here, silver? So just
Silver? I have to confirm availability, but 10,000. We also have this Spanish style, the Spanish day wheel, 14,000. Watch only though. Okay.
Watch only does not work. It's literally a must.
Can't do 16.5 though. 17,000 is best. We just sold one 17.5, like.
Okay, 17. So
Or 17,000 on this,
right.
or you know,
whatever.
These are the same fucking thing. 11,000, bro. I need 11,000. Okay.
Date 36, White Roman. One of my favorites. Yachtmaster. Carolina Blue just kills it. Black Dial Explorer. White Dial Explorer. The white and black famous Panda. Two-tone Wimbledon. Sea Dweller. And wasn't there another one?
Can you buy so many watches you can't even remember? Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, what is wrong with your phone, bro? Yeah, what's wrong with your phone? Where are you? All right, where do you want to start? How much do you want to spend? How much time do you need?
I haven't thought about these questions yet. What I really want to give a shot on 𝗙𝗏𝗯𝗍. I want to give a shot, right? In my head. 𝗙𝗏𝗯𝗍, I never stalked it, right? So I want to see what happens.
Why don't you start from there so you can go around?
Yes. Here, I mean, Rolexes, you can look. Not interested. Boring as fuck.
I will give it to you for 12.5. Oh, you don't need it. Let's move on. Dark Side of the Moon.
How much?
8,000. 10%, 7,700.
White Chrono.
5,500. Tell you what, you can take them all at 5% over cost.
What is that other one next to it?
That's one you've never seen before. It was made for a private club in Oman. This you never saw.
No.
3,500. I don't feel like the energy is there.
All right.
I feel like there's
Any
no
other
energy.
things you want me to look at?
I was trying to sell him a 4-door, but it's easier for him to get in out of a 2-door because of the roundness of him. That's why he has a 2-door Ferrari back home.
But how much?
35.
How many of these are?
I've only seen one. It's made specifically for those people.
Who are those people?
A group of watch enthusiasts in the Middle East. They have a relationship with them. They make them special dials for the club. So there's a lot of watch clubs out in the world that deal with brands directly, where they would go out and order something special for the club, if you will. And once in a very, very rare while do I get a hold of one of those watches, usually a case where the guy either doesn't get any wear time or just trades it up for something else, usually within the same brand. And once in a blue moon, we get these rare pieces. The problem is there's virtually no information on them out there, neither from the brand or the clubs themselves. So that's hence my answer to Nico.
Why did you buy that?
Why? Because I'm the only one in the world that has one. Last time I bought one of these from a different club in the Middle East, I sold it, I made double profit.
I'll take that. RM67.
So my cost for Muhammad is $315.
Can I have that?
You know, for a big guy, you have surprisingly small size wrists. I mean, relatively speaking. Go try to find this f***ing underwear elastic somewhere. $5 grand.
Camera shit. I'm tired, guys. I'm knackered.
What's a gray market episode without
Like these big companies.
Nico eating food?
I need to stay hydrated and fed, you know.
Bro, tell me how they have no water around here. I haven't had a water bottle in like 3 days.
Bro, try a river.
You should buy this whole showcase, mister. I'm giving terms too on Rolex now.
2 years?
2 days.
Just don't show them how bad it is, right?
It's not so bad. Look, he just sold 9 Rolexes. It's not. You know what? If you stop buying, you die. You're in this business, you have to buy.
How much are the plain smooths? 36s?
The way you have to do this is like this. Ready? I'm gonna look up the stock number and we're gonna play a game. So I'm gonna show you what I paid and you're gonna tell me how much you can let me make.
It's new?
I don't know. It is new.
8 grand.
No fair offer refused. That's it? That's all you got? You're better than $8,000. Which one? See, this is how you know I'm not lying to you. These are intake cards. If there's profit to be made, there's profit to be made, you know?
I do 14 and a half.
Picked up a sub and a date just today. Just basic Rolexes.
Sold almost 20 pieces so far.
Show is going great, but I still haven't sold a Rolex.
I got 3 people looking at the watch at the show. If you want to commit to it now, you're welcome to commit to it. 60 grand, it's yours. Okay, call me back.
Almost. What do you think of the subs? No money.
No money.
At the time they were going up and up and up, then it seemed like all of a sudden Rolex became a moneymaker, but it's always been marginal. I'd take 12 on this, take 58 on that, and 13 on that.
58, 12, 13.
Always a pleasure to see my friend Spencer from BQ Watches in London. He came up, put a few Rolexes aside, a couple of subs, a president, a few other things. So at that point, those were what we call definite maybes.
It's coming to about midway through day 1. I still have a good 10 hours left to sell this watch, but it is now officially on hold. So we're going to call this one a definite maybe for now. Another pending transaction which should cap off the day nicely. Datograph Perpetual in platinum from Longa and a beautiful 𝗙𝗰𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. This goes through. Actually, I have the watches set and running right now. The customer wants to make sure everything is running okay. And once that checks out, which I know it will, because this is literally the best made watch in the world, and so is this, that should be sold.
Hello?
All right, so here we are in Vegas, and I ran into, yes, I know you don't know where you're coming or going, you've been here a couple of days, but ran into some celebrities, as you can see, and what I wanted to talk about is the market. It's on everybody's mind. Some of the pricing in the market has come down on what? The hot shit, I would say, right? Yeah. Daytonas, Nautiluses, Aquanauts, you know, and when I say there's no crash, they've just come down. And my take on it is that
It's fucking normal.
yes,
It's normal.
the amount of newbies that have gotten into this business that are in the business to do one thing, and that is to sell to each other, i.e. no backbone. One of the first things I told you, you know, when we first met, I said make sure you get the retail client base so you have something to fall back on, because selling B2B, you can't get too far, right? So here you have all these new dealers on the chats, flipping watches to each other, throwing prices at the fucking wall, hoping they will stick. I call them, I said, oh, I need this Daytona. I want 55,000 US for a white steel Daytona, right? And I'm like, you're nuts. But he knows that he can turn around, put it on the Asian chats, and the Asian market will swallow it up at that price, give or take. So he's holding price in the US, or UK for that matter. They shut down Hong Kong, they shut down Shanghai. That shuts down, the Asian market stops. All these dealers, they start to scramble because all of a sudden they don't have an outlet. Now they're offering me that watch for $55K again. I was like, oh, you know what? I don't want it right now.
And it's 52, then it's
Now
50.
it's 52, it's 51, and now we're down to, you know, mid to high 40s on the stainless steel white Panda.
Spencer, please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really feel that Hong Kong nor Shanghai has an impact on the watches that are being traded in the UK.
No, absolutely
And
not.
so for
but
us,
at times, it's nice for things to soften a bit. Because you know things that are at a price, they come off. Then there's an opportunity to go and buy. And that's what people are looking to buy. See things drop a little bit, there's an opportunity.
You guys seen my live with Adrian where I specifically talk about the market, what has dropped, what has stayed stable, what has gone up, what has the opportunity to go up. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about the advantages of the current market, especially when things are dropping. But the biggest advantage to you guys, the viewer and the collector, is the fact that now you're able to buy pieces which you felt were just way out of hand in terms of price, about 20 to 30% cheaper. And that's going to be the hottest models that are out there. And that's what I reiterated. And that's what I reiterated in the live, is that it's things that just got out of control when it came to pricing. And the advantage is that you can now buy them cheaper.
I've told them numerous times, I said, if you want to get something from me, I said, I don't want you, don't overbuy. Because that's how our relationship started with him, right?
With what?
That's how our relationship started.
no, but like, I mean,
But he was mad about it. He said, look, I think I overdid it a little bit. Literally, he calls me like, I think I overdid it a little bit. I'm like, was it the Richard Mille that you bought perhaps, or the other one? He's like, I think I overdid it a bit. I'm gonna man up to it. I'm gonna see what I can do. I said, fair enough. Let that be a lesson to you. It was a costly fucking lesson for me, but whatever.
for me that was very important, right? Whenever that was completely paid, I told you, I said, I am so happy with this.
I owe you money.
Yeah.
I owe you
that's the-
$24,000.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. He actually owes me money. No worries,
No
mate.
way,
Terms,
your boy,
terms.
your boy called me. He's
Terms,
like, Roman,
terms.
is
Roll it on
live there.
tenfold, roll it on tenfold.
so his
That's
his,
what you do. I got money with
His
him as well.
CEO calls me. He's like, Roman, is it correct that it looks like you owe us some money? I said, yeah, you'll see like the back of your ass. I said,
having these guys behind you, the experience that these guys bring. What
For me-
difference- what does it make?
Nah,
difference?
if it makes an extreme difference, right? For me, like that's one of the vital points of the success of my company today. The experience that you guys have, like, and I'm just fucking blessed and grateful, and very, very fortunate that I can tap even a few % of that, and then the fact that you guys have my back in that means the world to me.
it's your sunny personality and your good looks.
Exactly.
And your
man,
wonderful sense of humor.
No, for me.
All right, boys, how about we go grab a cold beer? You gonna be out late again?
No comment.
No comment. Let's go grab a beer.
Obviously, we talked a lot longer than what you saw here. We talked about the market. We talked about specific models. We talked about UK, Ireland versus, United States. Lots and lots to talk about. Had a few beers. And then apparently a client happened to be in Vegas that Alex had picked up prior, who happens to be a wholesale client, found out we were there, made his way over from the area to sit down with us and shoot the shit.
I've been experienced in the watch field since I was a kid. Would you like to see what we got?
Sure, let's go.
Some watches?
This is the biggest watch dealer on the East Coast. I'm the small potatoes.
You selling that for retail?
If Roman permits it.
We're selling it for market price.
Yeah.
You don't have a watch on. You should get a watch.
We'll get you hooked up. You would have cracked up if I said, yeah, 15 grand with tax. You want to see the main one that you came here for? Okay, I got some other units.
You brought.
Yeah. So this is a 1986 Chevy 1507. I kept it OG with original papers.
How much is this?
10.
I would like to phone a friend. You know, who I'm gonna call, right?
Mr. Sharf needs to phone a friend?
I'm gonna call Adam Minton. You know all our vintage stuff, right? Stuff I buy with him.
The last thing I ever want to do is, due to the lack or a little bit of lack of knowledge in a particular vintage timepiece, to go out there, buying it and making a mistake I'm not afraid of. It's selling it to a client and the watch happens to be subpar and not worth the value I thought it was worth. That's the worst thing, because that leaves a bad taste in the client's mouth. With that said, whenever it comes to vintage, I knew that watch was only worth about 6 grand, but when it comes to vintage, I always run it by Adam, and I don't mind partnering things with him and utilizing him for his knowledge.
What did Adam say? He said a lot less.
Yeah, I got 9.5 in it.
I didn't see the message. I'm gonna say he said 6 to 7,000.
700.
6 to 7,000. Let me see what's
No,
happening.
he said 5.5 to 6,000.
All right, see, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I got 9.5 in it.
That's a retail piece though, because that's a piece that has a different spread.
I got that 116500 Panda, fully stickered, with a barcode, bro.
We have 6. We sold 2 at the show. We lost money. As big and badass as we all think we are, we're still always broke. That's the problem in our industry. There's never enough cash, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
You have to keep product moving in order to revive the cash, because the one thing that's certain in our industry is you don't know what you're going to spend.
Right.
You just don't. Today it's 0, tomorrow it's $1 million.
Yeah.
Stuff gets offered, you got to buy, otherwise they won't come back to you again.
Exactly. So this is the other piece that you wanted to see also as well. I'll let you take that with you. I'd like to be at 45. I think there's still some meat on the bones.
I think, like we talked on the phone, even trade. We really don't want to be out of pocket.
Well, here's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm not 100% sure after what's being here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you take it and get me some videos, pics tomorrow of that watch. I would have liked it 100% if he had the diamonds in the clasp.
Yeah.
Not to be a hard ass. I know there's a white one on there right now with and without papers, and the guys want like 50 grand for both of them, for each.
Okay, you want to know what I just sold them at the show?
You're the pro. Go ahead.
$48,000 was sold. $48,000 for the dial was much nicer.
Okay.
It's blue. The problem with these is that they get darker blue, they get lower. And I had 2 of them, and the guy picked the other one because there was a nicer blue. This is like almost black.
Yeah, it is. I had to wait to get some good sunlight to see that color blue.
That's why it's with these, like they're not really vintage. They're I guess neo vintage or whatever you want to call it. But then it comes down to what it actually looks like.
So we end up not taking his AP on trade. We actually just did a straight sale. I sold him the 116718 GMT. It's an aftermarket watch that had some aftermarket diamonds and sapphires on it. It was made to look like the GMT. So glad we can get the deal done. I appreciate your business, John.
What's up? Yeah. What's up, motherfucker?
Oh, no shit, that's you? Oh.
I drove all the way out here for you, man.
This guy, we've been meeting back and forth for a while. Where are you from?
California.
Lions
Fellas, make way, make way.
I've always wanted to bring something to say thank you for whatever you've done, but I never think of something that you can't get. Moroccan shirts. My parents just brought back from Morocco.
You know I'm supposed to go to Morocco. Huh? I'm going to Morocco. I'm trying to go this summer Portugal and then down to Marrakesh and Casablanca. I'm definitely going to call you. Guess what? I'll wear this tomorrow to the show. Look at that.
And then here's one for Adrian.
Bro, thank you so much. Thank you.
Like, I watch your videos and I look up to you a lot. Straight up. You know,
a few drinks. Try to do my best to ensure that I talk to everyone that made it out there. If I didn't get a chance to talk to, I apologize in advance. But for everyone that made it out there, it was a pleasure meeting you. It was a pleasure seeing you in person. Thank you so much for coming out.
It is day 2. We actually had a really good show considering the fact that things are pretty slow and the market is down a bit. Yesterday we sold just a little bit under $1.1 million, which makes me happy. But the problem is I've yet to sell this Tiffany sub. That's an issue, and by the looks of this room being empty, it's going to be a tough one today to do. However, it is Vegas. People do tend to get out of bed late or go to bed early, whichever way you want to do it. I may have to get on the phone to make some moves to do this because, yeah, my confidence level is dropping. Picked up a 5960 stainless steel. I think these things are sleepers. I think they're super undervalued. And consider how many annual calendar chronos are out there in stainless steel from Apodaca, right? 5960 platinum, but this thing on a bracelet, again, anything steel bracelet Apodaca in a complication is rare, and it's always good to have one of these in stock. 362, 9,000. This one want to see? Limited edition.
No.
This one?
No, the balloon.
28.5.
How much is one of those?
26.5.
In the retail is a lot less, right?
For this? No, it's a lot more. What do you mean? The retail is in the 50s. This is a palladium. Fucking collection privé. Bullshit.
Let me see one.
Yeah, it's beautiful watches. 26.5.
Say 26.
I said 26.5. Every year they make the privé collection. They make different pieces.
8,000 each. Can you do?
No. Can I?
85.
No.
You asked me
No.
95.
This one I can do 85. I know. This one I can do 85. This one I can do.
And 26. I give you my show part.
I don't want the show part. 85, 85, 26.5.
What you want to trade for the show part?
I don't want it. I just don't want it.
You gotta have something.
If I was buying it, I would buy it like the one on the strap. I would be buying a half of what you're asking.
It's funny, you get particular watches, especially ladies' pieces, diamond encrusted ladies' pieces, that the minute they add a bracelet to it, like a gold bracelet, the retail doubles. Or the retail almost doubles, making that watch unsellable. But for the most part, some watches just should not be born with a bracelet. And which is why I didn't want to buy that watch, because I told him, I said the price I would pay is one I would pay for the one on a strap, and that probably wouldn't make financial sense to him, but hey, you can't win them all.
I bought it in 96. I just brought it out. It's been sitting in the box.
The Roths.
The Roths. You know what? Give me my price list, because it's already the end of the show. 10?
For this?
Yeah.
So if you give it to me for 9, I'll buy it. I sold mine for 10.
Hold on 1 second.
I literally sold my Wago for 10.
You're too good. You're too good.
Of course, what's a trade show without some buying? And one of the things I told every single young dealer that came to me said, oh my God, what do I do now that the market kind of slowed down? I told them the market only slowed down on certain models, I told them the market only slowed down on certain models, number one. And number two, if you don't buy in this business, you die.
Okay, one down.
Sold?
This. That's steel or Wago?
Steel.
How much?
5,500.
Okay, sold.
It's a
Any of
bargain.
these have anything or no?
Nothing. I think this one's new, actually. No.
Because you would have shit lying around for 30. Oh, this needs a strap.
I might have Daniel Ross stuff. I don't know.
If you have a couple of boxes, that'd be great.
I might have them. White Roman dial. 4,500. These watches are hot right now.
Not really.
They're coming.
But okay.
Okay.
What's the story with the 𝗙𝗏𝗯𝗍? Is that a piece unique or no?
They're made two. One with a black dial, one with a white dial. It's 580,000 euro retail. It's absolutely like new, and I have everything. Box papers, everything, and you can imagine it's a fraction of that cost. You want to know?
I do.
150. Minute repeater,
So
2 time zone.
this wouldn't be for me.
Okay.
And how much is the L?
24.
It's smart. I sold mine, I think, 22 or 23 the last antique show.
This is a really good one. If we're close, tell me.
No.
Okay.
So can you talk a little bit about the blueberry and all the controversy around it?
You know, they never appeared in any kind of Rolex catalog. They were only available from the U.S. Service Center. There's an easy way to tell which bezels are original and which ones are aftermarket.
Do tell.
It's very simple. Look at the triangle, and you'll see like a hologram, a shadow of a triangle inside it.
Okay.
Very few people know that. Those are the originals. And if you send an original one to Rolex, they'll service it.
So then, the only way you would have gotten this watch if you send your GMT in for service and they put this bezel on?
And you requested it.
And
you knew about it.
And the difference in price between a regular and one with this blueberry?
No, it's dramatically different.
Yeah.
A regular watch like this would be what, 20 grand?
What's this?
With the blueberry, it's 40.
So it's double.
Yep, it's double. That's it.
That's crazy.
They're quite beautiful.
Let's see the real Stella, the one you sold.
Stella dials come in, there's probably 25 different colors. They're all different shades of blue, from robin's egg blue to dark blue, yellows, oranges, greens. They were made originally. First of all, they're full lacquer, enamel dials. They crack. You've seen cracked ones.
Yes.
What really affects the value is they were made for the wrong market. They were made for the Middle East.
Right.
Okay? And they didn't like them because they were too loud, they were too weird. So most of them came off the watches. When I bought my first Stella package, I bought 50 dials. We're going back 20 years. And they came out of the Middle East, and they were all pulled off watches for regular dials. Now they've become insanely expensive. I mean, you see, they're 100 grand at auctions, but they're pretty.
They are.
They're pretty. These are all Stella dials. Stella. Look at this watch. This isn't really a 𝗙𝗪𝗬 dial, but it's made with the same technique. Multiple layers of lacquer.
There's a different name for it.
This is called the dégradé,
Right,
or
but this is vignette, right?
vignette,
Yeah.
or dégradé if you're in Europe. This is one of two known in a date just. You find these in day dates.
I was going to say,
You don't find these. I talked to the person that has the other one this morning. That's why I know.
So what's a watch like that?
30,000.
For a day just, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yep.
Write me a bill for those and I'll pay
I will.
for those.
I'll give you an invoice.
Thanks, bud.
3 hours left in the show. Coming down to the wire, Rolex still on the wrist. Maybe I should put it in the showcase. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So me and Alex sold a Rolex Explorer white dial. I know it's the 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗏 master. We had this one for a minute. And reference number, I don't know.
It's a nice piece.
Latest day just, nice piece. The partial diamond pavé bezel. I like it. Want to punch this in? Do you think would be a player on that Tiffany? I just made a bet with my videography that I'm going to have this Rolex sold by the time we leave the show. I'm going to send you some pics. If you can get it sold within the next 3 hours, it'd be great. Bye. Calling in the lethal option.
Try to think about it.
No problem. Want me to put it on hold? I'll put it on my wrist. All right, 58,000. Done deal. I'll ship it together with your 5712G.
Deal.
Thank you very much. Bye, Rick. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye. Bill it, ship it, pack it, Malka admitted, FedEx it, done.
Challenge was accepted and executed. This is how you sell a watch in under 15 hours. Thanks for tuning in. Again, subscribe, like, share, do all those great things that help this channel grow, and we'll see you next week on Gray Market.